Hello my fellow foliage fanatics, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my friends call me Finchy, and boy do I have a little bit of a thing for plants. Today's video I have not one, not two, not three, 4 trays of little princesses that need to be repotted. I hope you're excited. I sure am. Last November, I was gifted a pink princess who was about 3 feet tall and had rust. So I completely cut it up, and her name was Sarai. And a lot of these are Sarai's babies. Some of these are from other plants, and I don't know who's from what. But most of them, if they are from Sarai, they have like a princess name on the cup. The moss that they're in is kind of terrible, but it's what I had at the time, and that's part of why we're here today. So I have here with me my favorite weapon, scissors, a whole bunch of cups. I wish I had more of this size. Unfortunately, I do not. Looks like I have 4. Whoops. But I have a lot of these little guys, and I have some of the like square clear guys and some of this one, and then I got some clear actual like pots. I prefer cups, to be honest, but we're working with what we got. And I bought the $12 moss again, and it looks different. Last time it was red. This time it is not red. Very weird. But the last moss that I got, I loved it. It actually came back to life. It's green now on a couple of the plants that I potted with, and I think that is really cool versus like the crap that I had before. You can actually see like it's so like just nice. It's a nice moss. Very nice, even though the packaging seems to be very inconsistent. It says new item. So where to begin? We have, I haven't even counted them, but there is quite a few, and this is just a fraction of the princesses that need attention in my home right now. A fraction. There are so many. I am so blessed. Let's get to work. First thing we will do before we even get started, got to make some moss. I'm hoping this is enough to get through everything. I think I'll run out of cups before I run out of moss, which I can work with that. Let's do half. I really like this. There's not very, I don't see many sticks. It's not like clumpy, like giant clumps of it. You know what I'm talking about, right? Those big hunks of just like solidness and nasty. And I've actually pulled like plastic bags and stuff out of the other moss that I have. I really don't like it, but it was super cheap. This is $12 or maybe like $12.99 or something. And you can get a bigger bale of it, like 1 stick. You can get a bigger bale of it for like 75 bucks, but I don't know why like $12 feels more palatable to me than $75. Like, I'd rather spend $12 like 8 times, like once a week over a couple weeks, than I would drop 75 and just get better value for my money. But I'm dumb. Does anyone else do that? Okay, so that's half-ish, a little less than half. Let's get him some water. I like to sit the jug on the moss. I don't know, I just like, I get one section that's like super wet. It's just a me thing. I don't know if it actually helps at all. Unfortunately, I don't have another bin to dump old moss in, so we're just gonna use this thing with holes in it. It is what it is. So here are some of my princess babies. Now, unfortunately, I did bleach a couple of them. I know, it's like a rite of passage in this house to get bleached. So this is Coda. I kind of want to get a marker and like keep their names too, because Coda is named from the princess from Atlantis. It's possible I will also be propagating some of these further as we unpot them. And all this moss is still totally fine. I'm probably going to use it in the terrarium that I am currently making. But I have a tattoo appointment tomorrow, so we're going to have to put a pause on the terrarium until after my tattoo is healed, because I'm getting blank space filled in my arm here, and I know I'm not going to want to be all bendy and all up in stuff. So that's another reason I've been kind of like trying to get all this stuff done before the holiday season. My son turns 2 and Christmas, and I have tattoo appointments the first of the month every month for the next couple months to finish my arm. So I'm excited, but also very busy. We're gonna go ahead and take some little leaves. When you don't bleach these like I have, they are just the most beautiful dark color. I have like this one. They have this, they just come in so pretty. So the next leaf will be really nice. Maybe. Let's see. You can see the original node here. Got some good roots. It's only been a couple months, so I keep cutting them further. So I originally cut them in February, and then I cut them again. I think it was September or July or something. Like, my goal is to have 1 million. And yeah, so she needs a new one. I'm gonna keep the cup with it for right now so that I can keep up with who was named what. This was Coda. She'll just get maybe a little bit of an upgrade. Let's remove moss. That's a good place to start. This one has mostly stratum. Also had no, wow, I thought I had no drainage, but it did. No name on this one, so we don't have to keep it with a cup either. This moss sucks. It's very thick. Not fluffy at all. I didn't realize how garbo it was until I got some new fancy fluffy stuff. Gosh, I love princesses. It doesn't matter how pink they are. Like, that's pretty. What I really love is just how red these, like how red it is. It just doesn't look real. It looks like it's made out of plastic. Like candy or something. Oh, look at the mood. This is Charlotte, the princess from Princess and the Frog. Oh, is that a piece of rot? I have a little bit of rot on this one. She doesn't have very much roots. But it's a solid pink leaf. How adorable. We're gonna keep her in the same cup, I think. Nope, this one doesn't have drainage. That's probably why it had a little bit of rot. So we're gonna give you a new cup with drainage, but we gotta keep your name. No name princess here. See the original piece. My child is supposed to be napping. Instead, I can hear him making noise. My 4-year-old is obsessed with the Taylor Swift The Problem It's Me song, and it is the funniest thing ever. He asks me, Mommy, play the It's Me song. It's so funny. No name, new pot. Diana, we have Princess Diana here. Not very much roots either. No drainage on these little guys with a mistake. I thought it would make me have to water them less, but I think it was not great. Oh, that's a pretty leaf. This one doesn't have a name either. Also, it's incredibly dry. Because it's so dry, I am not going to take this moss off. I'm just gonna put some more moss around it. I don't want to break any brittle roots, and we don't have a name, so. Oh my gosh, my kiddo. Here's Anastasia, which I have a tattoo of. You can't see it, but she is. I have a tattoo of Anastasia right here on my leg. She's not a Disney princess, but she is one of my favorite princesses. I went through a lot as a kid, and her character really resonated with me, of like your lack of identity and like finding a sense of home. I love Anastasia. Just like I love this tiny princess named after her. There's a lot of roots. Just make sure you keep your name. We have Mia. Which princess is Mia? Oh, Mia from Princess Diaries. Another movie I loved a whole lot. Being a teenager and wanting a foot pop kiss. Let me know if you were the same way. I was such a dork. I wanted a foot pop kiss so bad. Next time my husband kisses me, I'm gonna pop my foot and see if he says anything. Here's your Mia. The child is being crazy. We have Ella from Ella Enchanted, which is another character I resonated with a lot as a child. I originally read the book, and then they came out with the movie, which has that really fun sing-along number in it. I like the book more than the movie, but we still love Miss Ella. Who else we got? This is Meg. Sure. Oh my gosh. He's supposed to be napping. Meg is from Hercules. She is one sassy lady. I love the song I Won't Say I'm in Love that she sings. I will say I'm in love. There's a prize for rotten judgment. Guess I've already won that. Here's Anna. We all know who Miss Anna is named after. Small roots. No drainage. Was not friendly to these little guys. I only watered them when they got dry, but I do think airflow is really, really important. And these were in a bin for a long time, so definitely could have been bigger by this point. I don't even remember where I got this name from, but she has a really promising looking new leaf, and this one's beautiful. Arachidemia. Where is that from? Where did I get that? Who is that princess? Why don't I remember? Ooh. The original note on this one is little crispy. Looks a little rotten. Let's cut that nastiness off. Actually, it just looks rotten. It's not actually rotten, but I still removed it. Ooh, it smells good. So cute. Can you see the pink? Whatever your name was, you can hold on to it. We have another nameless lady. I love naming my plants. I know some people think it's cringy or silly, and I really don't care. I will continue to name my plants. I was the person who named every Pokemon they caught when I was playing in the early 2000s. When I got my first copy of Pokemon Yellow, I couldn't name my Pikachu Philip. I was very angry. I've always named everything Philip. Like my favorite pet from every, oh here we go, Cleopatra. My favorite pet from every game has always been Philip. And I couldn't name him Philip, and I was really upset. So I name every Pokemon. When I played Pokemon Go, I named every Pokemon a name. So I name every plant. It's just how I am. Look how pretty. Some roots. This is Cleopatra. Very fitting name for this beauty. We've already gone through almost two trays. We're already halfway done. Aurora. My child chirping in the background the entire time. Love that. This one's super pretty. And here, Aurora. Very fitting name for you, ma'am. Here we have Jasmine. She has like, oh, my camera is not gonna pick it up. There's like a dark section on this leaf. It's so pretty. I'm a sucker for just a regular green leaf. There's just something so classically beautiful to me about a plant that's just green. Doesn't need any color, doesn't need any fancy leaf shape. Just says like, hey, I'm alive, I'm cool. What's your name? Jasmine. You can probably go back in the same size cup just with the drainage hole. Okay, this is the grossest one, I think. And after this one, I need to go check on my kid and see if I can coax him into a nap. Oops, I think I just broke root. Whoopsies. Oh, we have a little bit of rotten aerial roots as well, which is fine. Sometimes that happens when you put a node into moss and then don't check on it for a really long time. If they're not moss roots and they're aerial roots and you just stick them in 100% humidity and forget about them, there is a chance they will rot. Plant doesn't seem to care though. She's got a new leaf coming and everything. How pretty that is. I want to put this one on a pole with my favorite white princess over there. So she needs a cup so she can grow bigger, so she can get a pole with her white princess sister. I have a white princess who looks very similar to this, but it's white and green. It's super pretty, like side by side. It makes me crazy. Looks like my child chirping in the background. Let's see if I can go coax him into a nap so I can finish. Look at this moss pile. Yeah, he's not interested, so he's just gonna lay in his bed for a little bit. And now he's not unhappy, he's just laying in there talking. Here we have Pocahontas. Pot. Some of these smell so good and some of them smell like nothing. This one smells really good. We need a bigger pot too, Missy Miss. I'm barely gonna have enough, but I think we're gonna have just enough. Here is Belle. Also, I do plan to do a Pink Princess giveaway. I was gonna do it for my birthday, but there was just a lot going on in July, And I was thinking about trying to do it for Christmas, but there's also a lot going on in December. My son turns 2, and then of course there's like Christmas. But I think I could still probably swing it. I don't know. If I wait until the beginning of the year, I could probably do more, but if I do it for Christmas, then it's for Christmas. So I'm trying to figure it out, but I definitely will be giving some princesses away soon. Here's Tiana. In my mind, the bigger I grow them out, the better they are to, like, you know, send to a new home. They're going to be like a more established plant. When I sent the giveaway plants out, I took 2 princess half moon cuttings off of some of my props. I don't like sending like freshly cut or freshly unrooted things, but at the same time, if I do that, I'm able to like do more, you know? I don't know, it's just, it's a place to be. And we have Ariel, who is on my other leg. She's had better days. A lot of roots though. Again, Ariel, another princess I resonate with. Feeling of not belonging. Oh, it's so funny looking back on these things as an adult when you're just like an innocent kid and you have no idea the psychology behind it. I was so sure I was a mermaid. I was so sure. I was convinced. I just knew it. I knew that I was going to be a mermaid, and I knew that I was going to Hogwarts. And I just knew these things, and they were facts. There was a movie or a Disney show about a boy who turned into a mermaid when he turned a certain age, and I was like, that's me. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be a mermaid. Look how cute. I love the pink ones. This is Beatrice. What princess is named Beatrice? I don't even remember. Where did I come up with these names? This pretty half moon. It's my favorite kind of pink princess leaf. I think I'm gonna have one in my sleeve and my tattoo. I really want a half moon pink princess leaf on my body. We have Marie, which is, I don't think she's technically a princess. She's actually like a cat, but you know, I also enjoy cats, so she's a princess, and she gets a plant named after her. The original piece of it is rotted, but here's the little plant. All half moon, so cute. Not very much roots on it though. This was overdue. I should have done this a while ago. These poor plants. I bet you they're gonna thrive now. They're gonna bounce back and be so happy. They're like, if plants could sigh, these plants would be sighing. This one has gotten too much light, and I also did a Physand treatment on it, and I think that it like may have been too concentrated. You can see this weird damage here. I didn't see anything on it, but I did treat the entire tote, and just to be careful. This may have been one of the ones that went to the swap that didn't sell, and I wanted to make sure I didn't bring rust into the tote. So I treated everyone that was in that tote, and it doesn't have rust, but it wasn't very happy about the treatment. So I done goofed up there a little bit, but she'll be fine. I'm not even gonna pull the leaf off. It's just ugly. It's not doing anything. It didn't have a name, so we're almost done unpotting them all. Here we have another half moon. Sarai, notorious, I guess, for some half moons. Oh, this is the slimiest. Ew. This moss is disgusting. But I will be reusing it because I'm making a terrarium and I need like 1 million. So it's gonna get used even if it sucks. The original node on this one looks a little shriveled, but it's still alive. I'm gonna cut it. Nah, it's not still alive. So beautiful. This one didn't have a name. Look at that leaf. That is the most perfect This little tattoo one, yeah? What if I just bring this and be like, here you go. Right on my body. Right here. I wish my tattoo artist liked plants. I would totally just take her princess, but I don't think she does. Oh, the new leaf coming. Looks nice and pink too. 5 left. Here we go. If I have more moss left when I'm done, I have more princesses I can grab. But the goal was all these little ones. I have some ones that are larger pots that can probably be downsized to better moss, which sounds funny to say, but we have another no-name sister. She's so pretty. I can't wait to see these guys bounce back from this. It's gonna be so nice. Using a bin full of holes was not my wisest decision. Ugh, this moss is slimy too. Ew. What makes it get slimy like that? I don't understand. Oops. She didn't have a name neither. I think I'm just gonna probably put it back in the same one with better moss. I don't really have anything bigger with me. See you. No name. And the last lady, I think there's actually 2 in this. Unless they grew off the same node. Oh, slimy on the top. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible, but at the same time, good luck, plant. I'm being as gentle with you as I can, but if you can't survive it, if your roots come off, it's not on me. Yeah, there is 2 on this one stick. I think I might separate them. The original node is nothing. It's not, there's nothing happening there. All it will do is rot. There's nothing. One. And 2. Cool. Let's count our princesses. $29, $30, $31. Wow, that's more than I thought. 31 princesses. Okay, let's pot up some babies. I found a Sharpie. So they can keep their names. If I had a daughter, I was gonna name her Charlotte after my grandma. But he was a boy, so his name is Timothy instead. I definitely don't have enough moss mixed up, but we will use as much as I've got. really like this moss. It's very fluffy and like it just feels nice. I think part of the reason I didn't like touching moss so much before was the moss I had. It just was really offensive to the senses. As a person with sensory issues, it is very difficult, almost distressing to work with. This, on the other hand, is very fluffy and light, and it usually, the past couple packs I've used, this is the third one, it comes back to life. It turns green, and I love that. I really like this one. It's very cute. I need some more plastic bins so I can have a whole tote of just baby princesses. It's currently being occupied by something else. I'm out of totes. I asked for a humidifier for Christmas, which is so funny to me. As a child, I would never, but as an adult, I'm like, yes, appliances, please. I need it. I don't want to spend the money myself. I do have some stratum and perlite here on the bottom. I'm trying to grab some of it, but I wanted this to be mostly moss. I need to put some more moss in here, honestly. We need to just go ahead and rip open the pack because we haven't even made a dent, and look how much is already missing. It's the only problem with having this many plants is just so much supplies. Like, I don't have enough supplies. I need more moss, more cups, more soil. I need pesticide. I need beneficial bugs. I need lights. I need a new humidifier. There's just so much. I really wish I could just grow stuff in a window and didn't have to have a tent. I love my tent, but I wish the situation was different. I'm very envious of those who can just grow a pink princess in their room. I want that so bad. I know it's in a cabinet, but it's not the same, okay? I'm not trying to be ungrateful or whiny. Everybody wants what they can't have, okay? And this is what I can't have, and I want it. Do you have big, beautiful windows, or are you also confined to closed growing, like cabinet or grow tent? Let me know. I'm very curious. And how do you feel about it? Do you wish you had something different? I sure do. I'm happy with what I have, but I do wish it was different. We bought this house way before I got into plants, and I probably would have still bought it just because it was a really good deal, and now it's worth like double because of the way that things worked out. But I want to say I wouldn't if I liked plants, because there's just nowhere. And it was even worse when we moved in. We actually got new windows, which I also kind of regret because they're incredibly energy efficient and they block a lot of the rays of light that plants enjoy. And the way my windows are designed, it actually like prevents that. So that kind of sucks a little bit. Maybe one day we can move and I can get the window, south-facing window of my planty dreams. Oh, so cute. These plants are going to really enjoy it. Just go ahead and this is $13 of moss for these 31 plants. Like, it's not expensive, but it does add up. And I don't want to sell plants. Like, I know some people will like sell plants to like, you know, recoup the costs of taking care of the other plants. And I do intend to like give some of these plants to my best friend to sell. So like some of them are to be sold. But I just feel a certain type of way about taking money for them myself. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's just, it feels wrong. It feels weird. I have turned every hobby I've ever had into a money-making venture, and I don't want this to be that. I want this to stay something that I do because I love it. And if I ever am able to get like a, you know, a couple dollars here or there for something, that's cool, but I don't want it to be, it's not my focus. My focus is just the plants. Like, I just like to grow them. It just feels wrong. But unfortunately, money doesn't grow on trees. My husband's very supportive, and I buy so much stuff on his card. He's such a champion of me doing whatever it is that I want. So figure out some way to make it all work. My ultimate goal would be to do like monthly plant giveaway on YouTube, maybe also on Instagram too, but I just see that getting super expensive, and I feel, is it normal to ask for people to pay for shipping for a giveaway? Because I feel like it's not. And I don't want to do that either. It's so complicated. Someone help me. What do I do? How do I share plants without bankrupting myself? And also not being overrun by plants. I can't stop cutting them. Does anyone have advice for that? Like, how do you stop yourself? The second my plant loses a leaf on the bottom and it becomes like a little bit leggy, I'm like, okay, time to cut you. And it's not because like they need it, like they'll be just fine being a little leggy, but like I wanna snip snip, you know? This is especially a good one. Look how nice and fluffy this is. Do we have enough? I don't think so. I really don't. Okay, here's Marie. I'm such a mouth breather, and I don't realize it until I'm editing and I can hear myself breathe. I'm so sorry. It's just how I am. Also, we're all recovering from being sick. That's part of why I missed a whole week of videos, because it's Thanksgiving and my kids are sick and now I'm sick. I don't really feel sick. I just have a lot of congestion and sinus stuff going on. It's not very fun to deal with, if I'm being honest. I couldn't breathe the other night. I was practically panicking trying to sleep. Like, have to like sit up and blow my nose every couple minutes. Thankfully I can breathe now, but I wish it would just go back to normal. Every time I have any sort of breathing illness, I'm always so appreciative of being able to breathe. Like, that first deep breath that you take when your nose is super stuffed up for a long time feels like heaven. Like, so appreciative of being able to breathe. Oops, sorry. This is that really dry one. Yeah, that moss looks yucky. Here you go, girly. You will enjoy this stuff much better. I know I do. I'm not trying to pack it in either. It's supposed to be like just lightly in there, just like fluffy. So if it looks like I'm packing it, I'm not. But I'm also trying to make sure that the plants are like sturdy, stabilized. You know what I mean. I'm gentle. Goodness, this is so many princesses. Dragonflight came out a couple days ago, and that is all I want to do, but I really need to do this. So I'm gonna go play afterwards. If anyone here happening to watch this video also plays a lot of Warcraft and is a Filthy Alliance scum, please let me know. Maybe we could play together. I love to do mount farming and achievement stuff and mog hunting. I don't really do anything serious. I'm just like a goober. I'm a silly little goober, but it is so much fun. I've been playing for almost 16 years, I think. My half sleeve here on my right arm is two of my favorite pets from the game. I have a long history with the characters, the story, people I've met in the game. I joked the whole time I was pregnant I was going to name my son Illidan. I thought it was hilarious, but my family did not. Hello, Meg. I love every kind of princess. Solid pink, solid green, green with pink specks, pink stripes, pink specks. They're just all wonderful. We have Miss Coda here. She's looking a little sun-stressed. Princesses get kind of like red when they get a little bit too much light. This isn't really, she's very lightly sun-stressed, but if I move her to a little bit lower light situation, she'll get those beautiful dark leaves. They're so pretty. I'm still trying to figure it out. It seems like they don't like the 100 ppfd or whatever that seems to be recommended for most plants. Seems like princesses like to be a little bit lower. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why I burn everything. Did I write Coda on that? I didn't. I write Coda. You can get this Sharpie off, by the way. You just rub it with an Expo marker and it'll come off. So I do reuse cups and stuff. I write names on things all the time. If you didn't know the Expo marker trick, it will take Sharpie off of most surfaces. Thankfully, my son has not gotten hold of a Sharpie yet. Well, he did for Christmas. He immediately drew on a nugget. They're like these fancy couches. We got them for Christmas. I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. And the very first thing he did was draw all over with a Sharpie. So that was fun, but didn't use the Expo trick on there. But it works on like other surfaces. Google it if you don't believe me. Aurora is a new home. Ariel. These cups right here is where the moss killer takes it all. I'm gonna put these on the second shelf or the third shelf of a Mills Bow with only one light above it and see how they do. There is light that filters in from the shelf above it, so hopefully they won't be super bleached, but they will get enough to be happy. Because I'm sick of having so many bleached princesses and I'm having a hard time accommodating all the different heights of them that I have. That's why I like having little plants. It's just so much easier for me, someone who relies 100% on artificial light. It's just easier for them to all be tiny. Do you have a name? Oh yeah, Diana. I think rubbing alcohol will take it off of some surfaces too. Pocahontas. You're running low on moss, and this is actually all that I have, so I feel like we might end up with some princesses in water. And no, I don't want them to share pots. I'm just gonna have to order more moss. Pocahontas. Ew. Slimy plant water. Have enough for everyone. Our solid pink Miss Charlotte. One of my favorite names. If your name is Charlotte, I love your name. Here's Belle. She looks like a little bow. How many we got left? 'Cause we don't have enough for sure. Maybe I'm gonna pull some of this yucky moss back out. Let's see. Look at the difference. Ugh. This feels like tainting it. What are you? Tiana. One thing I don't like about stratum is just by touching it, you end up with like disgusting, like this is what I was talking about with the moss hunks. Ugh. The stratum, just touching it makes your hands look disgusting. It just, if it's wet, you get like black residue on your hands and it just, yuck. This really beautiful one. What a pretty leaf. Ella. If you like Anne Hathaway and you haven't seen Ella Enchanted, you should watch it. It's really cute. There's a musical number. Yeah, putting that other moss in here really does taint it. It really does. Definitely not a fan. Sharpie, Sharpie. And I'm wiping my hands on my pants, so I'm gonna have like black smears on my butt, and it's gonna look like disgusting, and I'm gonna forget. I can't help but wipe my hands on my pants. Sometimes I use my socks. You'll probably see me do it in videos. I'll use my socks as like a washcloth, I guess, and then I'll just change my socks instead of wiping my pants. I'm sure it's really special and will drive some people bonkers, but I drive myself crazy as it is. This was Anastasia. It's funny you don't notice these habits until you start filming yourself, and then I'm like, what am I doing? 3 left. Can we make this work? Can we make it work? Beatrice. I'm not gonna look it up. I'm sure I will have popped a picture on the screen for whoever the heck I'm talking about, but I can't remember. Oh, that moss is awful. I don't like it. I wish I didn't have to mix it. But we got 2 left, and I guess having 2 with some yucky moss mixed in is better than having not enough to repot them all. Here's Mia. And I think most of the problem that I was having with these little guys before was the no drainage in a bin more than it was the type of moss. Like, the plants don't care that much as long as it's airy and has nutrients of some sort. They figure it out, right? Tell that to the plants in the sidewalk. The ones growing out of the gutter. Okay, that's all I want to get out of that. A handful of yucky moss for the top. Okay, well, at least we got them all done. "31 princesses, my goodness." Here are all the children. And I'm gonna put them in this cabinet, which is empty. Well, we are finished. That is the task that I had planned for today, and it feels oh so wonderful to have finally completed it. I have a lot of videos half edited, and now that I've got a new computer, I might actually be able to finish them. So I do totally plan to do a giveaway. So please hit the subscribe button. I promise. So many more giveaways are coming next month, especially in the warmer months, because heat packs are actually kind of hard to get a hold of right now, and I only have like 4 or 5 left. So we have to be kind of conservative with them. But I did send 2 packages and both people got their plants. So another giveaway is coming, I promise. I love sharing plants with you guys. It's so much fun, and it is absolutely not a bother for you to send me a picture of it every once in a while if you want. I'm totally okay with that. In fact, I encourage it. Well, I'm gonna go find something else planty to do. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Plants. I love every kind of plants. I just wanna hug all of them, but I can't get hug every plants.